break up with him.
Yeah.
That's my advice. If you have a problem in your relationship, break up with them. Don't even think about communicating. Don't even think about asking for advice. Just break up with them.
Woo!
You're welcome. It's time to get advice from strangers on the internet, guys. We're looking into relationship advice. I'm doing something different. I apologize in advance. We're gonna try to advise and judge people. 2 things I'm great at: judging, advising. A lot of this stuff is long, so if you can't handle long things, then click away. Don't! I think that my 25 male wife, 23 female, thinks that I murdered her ex. Well, did you? A month ago, while out shopping, my wife and I ran into her high school boyfriend and his mom on the street. It was a slightly awkward encounter. His mom made a comment about how good they looked standing next to each other, like it was meant to be. That's so weird. We said we were in a bit of a hurry, and as we were walking away, he said something along the lines of, hey, we should grab a coffee sometime. I didn't think too much of it at the moment. Sure, his mom was awkward, but they'd been broken up for about 7 years, and I do think he meant to just be friendly. But still, we had a quick check-in after we both agreed it was awkward, and that I wasn't too upset, and that I wouldn't even necessarily mind them meeting for coffee, provided that if it became clear he still had feelings or was making any advances, she'd cut him out. She wasn't even sure she wanted to take him up for it, so was purely hypothetical. Okay. That evening, I met up with some friends for drinks and was home at 1 a.m. The next morning, my wife got a message from her friend that her ex died last night. We got a few more details over the next couple days, but it seemed he suffered from epilepsy, and that night in a freak accident, he had a seizure, fell, and fatally hit his head. AFAIK? What does that mean? A fake. There's no foul play suspected or criminal investigation or anything like that. A friendly Amazonian Indian cowboy with a K. In the week since, she started acting really strange. She hasn't been abnormally sad that he died, but more like cautious and fearful around me. She hasn't made any direct accusation, but had been asking me a lot of questions about where I went drinking with my friends, who I was with, what time each person arrived and left, etc. She lately mentioned she wanted to spend some time with a friend to catch up for about a week. I don't know how to address this. It feels crazy to have to ask her what she thinks I murdered him, or to have to tell her that I didn't. I'm afraid to even bring it up, and whether or not that just feeds into whatever she seems to be going through. Any thoughts on how to deal with this? For the record, I didn't murder her ex. Yeah. Sure you didn't. Look at him. This is the perfect thing to do if you murdered her ex. You murder. Yeah, let me post a Reddit post. Let me say, I was out with my friends April 23rd till 1 a.m. I don't think you murdered it, especially if you were with your friends. Unless you're telling your friends to back up your story. What do you need advice for about this? You say, hey, do you think I killed your ex? Because I did. It's very sad that he died. But just say this, dude. What else can you do? Just ignore it until it goes away? No. Maybe you should investigate and see, what if she killed him? Dude, I don't know. It's pretty just like, you just tell her, hey, by the way, do you think I killed your ex? Because I didn't. Like, oh, that's so weird. Did you, though? Why is this not safe for work? Because he said murder? Grow up. You don't need to ask her that. You need to ask her why her demeanor towards you has changed. Communicate. True, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Maybe I needed the advice. Yeah, just say, hey, why are you acting like this towards me? But then if she's afraid you killed him, she's not going to say it. So then you got to be like, do you think I killed him? Because I did. Thanks for the feedback. Just wanted to throw a quick update. I'm going to ask her when I get home from work. I always knew it needed to be a conversation. Just needed to hype myself up to actually do it and figure out how I wanted to approach it. We'll let you know how it goes. This was 20 days ago. Did he let us know? All right, this sussy baka hasn't posted anything since in 20 days. Is he in prison? Husband admitted that he's poly. What now? He admitted his name's Polly? For the entire time we've known each other, my husband has said that he's monogamous. No problem with me, since I'm monogamous as well. We've been married for 6 months now, dated for 2 years, and this has never even been a problem I've considered before. Well, today my husband decided to drop the bombshell that he's been polyamorous for this whole time. He said that he realized it when he was a teenager. His reasoning for why he kept this from me is that his previous girlfriend had broken up with him over it, and he was scared that I would do the same. Did I appreciate this vote of confidence over my commitment to our relationship? Not really. Why did he drop this on me today? No idea. He admitted that he's poly. You mean he admitted that he's cheating? If you're ever gonna cheat, just say this, I guess. Just be like, no, I didn't cheat. I'm poly. I just didn't tell you. So that makes it okay. After I calmed down, my husband told me that he didn't feel like I wasn't enough or anything like that, just that being with one person felt off, and he didn't want to be tied down with one person forever. At this point, I just reminded him that he quite literally signed a legal document that tied us together forever, and he didn't have a good answer for that. I was literally just going to say that. Even disregarding how insane it feels that he kept this from me for so long, I have no idea where to go from here. I don't have a problem with people being poly or having open marriages. I've always had the mindset that it wasn't for me. But it wasn't any of my business. Except now it is my business, and I really don't want it to be. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if you're poly. I don't give a fuck if you have an open marriage. But that's not what it is if you're in a marriage with someone who is not poly. On one hand, I don't like the idea of my husband having to ignore the part of himself for my sake. Even though he tells me that I am enough for him, I don't know if I should believe him or not. I want him to be happy. Ignore this part of himself. It would be different, and he could be poly if he told you right away. But he's just been cheating on you this whole time. Do not want him to be happy. But on the other hand, I know that opening up the marriage would make me unhappy. I've been reading other people's experiences, and almost everyone says that communicating with each other about the people you're seeing is the healthiest way to do it. But even the idea of my husband telling me about these people he's going out with makes me feel sick. I don't have any interest in seeing other people, so this would only be for his benefit, and would make me feel like shit. I feel like I'm backed into a corner with no good way to go. I don't see any sort of compromise where both are happy. I want to work this out, but I just don't know how. Is there anyone who's been in a similar situation that has any advice? Any help would be appreciated. Edit, I will make a longer post with full update later. He is cheating on me and I am looking to annul the marriage. Thank you for the comments and advice. Yeah, I thought it was obvious that he was cheating on you. I'm sorry. I'm so mad again. Married 6 months, this guy literally waited to entangle you into a marriage before he sprung the truth on you. He thinks that now that you're trapped, you would not leave him and let him do whatever. Yeah, he's well aware of this and hit it with malicious intentions because he already knows the consequences for this. Exactly. Oh, I was scared? Shut up, bro. Shut up. Hey. Wait a minute, that was really good. Should I be a boxer? I'm so sorry, and I'm glad you're annulling the marriage. And this isn't me shitting on polyamorous people. I don't have that kind of fetish. Sorry, she makes me so mad, it really does, because why'd you get married in the first place? Just divorce or break up, bro, or talk if there's an issue. And if you feel like you can't talk, then go to therapy. If you feel like you can't do that, then break up. Oh my god, there's so many solutions other than ruining the marriage. I don't get it! I used to get so confused. I sometimes still get confused by these, and he's like, my 27 male wife. Like, I just think he means the wife is a 27 male. My 27 male, wife, 28 female, returned from a work retreat with a hickey. She swears it's a bug bite, but I'm not convinced. I'm at a loss. How do I move forward? I'm in a fight with my wife. We've had fights before, but not this bad. I'm at a loss on how to proceed. For context, we're college sweethearts married for almost 6 years. Oh. We have a daughter, 4 female. Our relationship was never perfect or without challenges. We faced some family opposition with cultural differences, but we've made it work. She's my first love and my best friend. My wife works in a corporate job. Her job has annual work retreats that last for about a week. This year was in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, y'all. It doesn't count. It was in Vegas. She was gambling with his balls. I usually arrange my work schedule and tag along with her, and we make our own trip out of it. We couldn't this year. Our daughter gets major anxiety traveling long distances. We're working on it, but she wasn't budging, and we decided to choose our battles. So I stood behind and held down the fort at home. The change of plans was a bummer because the trip was a part of us reconnecting as both a couple and as a family. Okay, so your daughter cockblocked you. God, what a freaking cockblock. What a loser. My wife's work hours have taken a toll, and her work-life balance leaves much to be desired. We entertain the idea of her skipping the retreat. Attendance is optional, but it's generally frowned upon if you don't, and my wife's making connections in her field. She grew increasingly weird. We have a system if either of us is away for extended periods, we keep in contact. Dude, I think that's so cringe when, like, what do you mean it's frowned upon? If you don't want to go, you don't want to go. Shut up. What do you mean it's frowned upon? I'm not telling him to shut up. Like, shut up the work, bro. Hey, if I don't want to go, I'm not fucking going. Frowned upon. Grow up. God. Like, I could do it. Oh, sorry. For the first day or so, she was herself, but she grew distant. I'd even text her about important stuff and be left on read while she claimed she never saw my text. Whenever we talked, she was rushing me or our daughter off the phone. These are all times she wasn't involved in retreat activities. We were supposed to have a mini birthday celebration for our daughter over FaceTime. Our daughter was excited. It was something my wife promised her because the retreat overlapped her actual birthday. But my wife backed out because she had people up to her room after a seminar. It's your daughter's birthday too, I didn't even realize. Definitely don't go on the trip, you ass. Don't miss her 4th birthday, bro. It was like she wanted my permission to break her promise to our daughter. I told her I wasn't offering that nor making her keep her word. She said I wasn't being fair and this was a networking opportunity. They were business oriented and wouldn't understand her stepping away for family time. I said her decision is her decision, but she'd have to explain it to our daughter. She promised her that she'd rain check the following day. Our daughter didn't understand and cried. My wife ended up hanging up and leaving me to comfort our daughter alone. That whole incident rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like it. She didn't keep her word for the rain check either. Okay. Before she even cheats on you, bro, dump her ass, bro. What up? That's horrible. The poor daughter. Wait a minute. A man's writing this? Clearly, it's all a lie. I'm joking. Yeah, I'm joking. She was documenting the retreat on social media. One coworker, 23 male, was almost in every pic video attached to her hip. In one pic, he had his arm too comfortably around her IMO. IMO means, in my opinion, by the way. He's a recent hire in my wife's department. She was asked to oversee him. I don't like this guy. He doesn't know boundaries. Yeah, she was asked to oversee his nuts with her mouth. She was asked to oversee his tongue in her butt. No! Am I being insensitive? I'm just trying to make humor out of it because she's a crappy person and this is depressing. I'm just trying to make it, like, not as depressing. I'm sorry. Once, in response to a work assignment, he texted my wife that she's exactly the kind of woman he needs to keep him in check. My wife had brushed it off. She feels bad for him because he's not fitting in. so she fit in. She took him under her wing during his first retreat with the team. If I'd question, she'd say she was tired or networking. There was always something. But I've seen her at these retreats. This wasn't like her. She was just off. The day before her return home, she complained about a bruise on her neck. She stressed it was a bug bite. I didn't actually see the bruise until she came home. I instantly thought it was a full-on hickey. She kind of brushed it off after making a big deal about it over the phone. I didn't push because our daughter was present. But when I was able to confront her, she clung to her bite claim. When I kept pushing, she asked what I was trying to imply. I outright said I believed she had a hickey, and I didn't believe she was being honest with me. We had it out then. She was offended and pissed at the accusation. Infidelity has always been a sore topic. Her family has a history of infidelity. So we had a pretty bad fight, and she accused me of looking to pick a fight due to the incident with our daughter's birthday. What a fucking horrible person. Oh my god, make me hate her more. He should pick a fight with you about your daughter's birthday. Remember when you skipped it to go on a trip and cheat on your husband? I told her it had nothing to do with that and everything to do with the hickey on her neck. I told her I didn't give a fuck about our daughter. The fight ended in an impasse. We're still not recovered. She swears it's a bug bite, but I'm not convinced. I always trusted my wife. I never doubted her, but this bruise doesn't look like a bug bite. It looks like a hickey. I only feel more strongly when I consider how distant and weird she was during the Vegas retreat. Now she's wearing turtlenecks ever since, and we're caught between arguing and her dousing our daughter and me with affection. Communication usually prevails for us, but not now. I think my accusation pushed us to a new level of argument. I'm at a loss here. I really need outside perspectives. How do I move forward? Okay, she's clearly cheating on you. And even if she wasn't, bro, that whole thing with the daughter is just pissing me off. I'm in a pissed off mood. I'm super biased right now because I'm so pissed off. Hi guys, I think I'm gonna freak out. The water calmed me down. If she didn't cheat on you, then you need to tell her that she fucked up. She needs to apologize to her daughter, and then you can apologize about the hickey thing. But I don't know. I guess because she thinks you don't trust her. Yes, if you're wrong, you should apologize for accusing her of cheating. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm just mad about the fucking kid thing. But she needs to apologize about being a shitty mom. She should have never have gone. And then ignoring your daughter the whole time. Ugh. Guys, there's an update. And I'm not going to put you through the whole thing. She did cheat on him. So we were right. But at what cost? She cheated on him and then got mad at him. Remember that? So they didn't talk for a couple days and then she said it was out of guilt. Yeah, bro. That's the worst, when someone lies and then gets mad because you're calling them out. Oh my god. What a horrible person. This is so depressing. This is why I needed to make the jokes, guys. I told you. Basically, in his update, he's just saying how she's like trying to manipulate him. She hated the way things were between them. She was so guilty. Bro, you cheated. You knew what you were doing all week. You were purposely avoiding your daughter and your husband. The fact that you usually go on all these trips with her and then she did this on the trip that she's at alone, she had to have been unfaithful before this. Or was she like looking forward to this? It's like, finally, this is the trip that I can do it. She's like telling the daughter, be scared. I need you to keep your father home. Be terrified. She like right before the husband came in, she was like, and the husband's like, what's wrong? Oh, she's just scared of traveling. I guess you have to stay home. Okay, bye. He's focusing on her daughter and he doesn't know where to go from there. But they're doing like a period of separation. Not sure about a divorce, he says. I mean, if it was just the cheating and you had your kid, yeah, you can try to stay for the kid. But the fact that she skipped the birthday, sorry, am I overreacting about that? Because that's just fucked. My advice to you is leave her. Just be the best man you can for your daughter. That's terrible. Is it worth it possibly putting honey in my bathroom towel so my 29 female husband, 30 male, learns to get his own and stop using mine? My husband, 30 male, and I, 29 female, have been married for 8 years. He has little quirks that drive me nuts, but I love him dearly. He has little quirks that make me fucking hate him, but I love him. However, one of these quirks is starting to really irritate me. He always uses the used towel I've hung up to dry and use during my next shower. Not only does he use it, but after he's done, he lays it flat on the floor so he doesn't slip and doesn't hang it back up. Doesn't slip. This is me when I get out of the shower. I want to slip. It's about a dangerous game, you know? After numerous times getting out of the shower, only to find no towel on the rack, I finally and kindly asked him to stop using my towel. He got super defensive. I told him I was getting tired of having to trot through the carpet and into the hallway naked and cold to grab a towel after my shower. He told me I was being unreasonable and that the answer to my concern is for me to check that the towel is there before I shower. That totally pissed me off. I thought he'd seen the fair solution to be that he should check for his own towel and go get for one for himself. But instead, he just thinks I'm nagging and getting upset over nothing. It honestly just seems childish, and thanks to my overdeveloped sense of justice, I'm debating resorting to this level of immaturity to teach him a lesson. My solution is to prank my husband. He hates being sticky. I plan on putting honey all on the inside of my towel and hanging it up to hide the stickiness from him. When he does go to dry himself off, he'd instantly get sticky. However, this could possibly backfire and make me look like I'm overreacting. So what do we think? Fight fire with fire or just start getting a new towel every shower? I don't think he's gonna stop using mine. I was thinking you asked him multiple times and he kept doing it. Did you maybe say like, hey, like seriously, I just don't like that you use it. Can you please not? And if then he said no, I don't know, just stop hanging it there and take it in the room and hang it somewhere else to hide it from him. Doing a prank like this, just get a divorce. What is this prank? I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that's stupid. He's just gonna cause another fight. And I don't think it's that big of a deal. He should use it for himself, dry off, and then get another towel and refill it. That's what he should do. But you should also just check to see if it's there. Like, are you not checking and then you're just getting out wet and naked? Like, you should have checked. Not saying it's your fault, but why wouldn't you check? I don't think you should prank him. I think that's a bad move. And I'm not saying he's in the right either. I think you are taking a little too far with the honey. And then his response is like, he's being a big fat baby. Like, saying you're nagging and stuff. Like, okay, dude, just say, yeah, I'll replace it or something. I don't know. I think you should just tell him, hey, I don't have one whenever you use it, and that is for me. Can you just replace it if you're going to use it, or bring your own? And then if he's not doing it, then just stop leaving it, and that'll teach him a lesson. And tell him he's being a dick, and that you want a divorce. If you're not going to work with your significant other like this, then what's the point, you know? I'm like joking when I say the divorce thing, but also it's like, if you can't just work with a simple thing like this, then why are you together? This is such like childish behavior. Not from you, from him. Nah, I wouldn't put honey on a towel that I then had to clean. I would take my towel with me after I showered and hang it up somewhere else, so we'd have to do the wet and cold naked shuffle to get to the towel. I would keep doing it pretty consistently until he brought it up, and then I would say, why are you not checking to make sure there is a towel? That's much better. Friend 31 female upset after I, 27 female, asked her to leave when I was in labor, about to give birth. How do I solve this? A friendship relationship? I guess that counts. I'll let you off with a warning. Hi everyone, hope it's okay that I post this. I'm a part of a friend group of 8 women, ages 26 to 31. I'm the second person to have a baby. They mean the world to me, especially since I have no relatives left. We all get along great, though I'm particularly close with Jess, who I've known since high school and even lived with her for a bit. This mostly revolves around the day I gave birth, but I guess it started a few months ago. All of them were doing so much effort for me, I couldn't be more grateful. Our friend, Eliza from now on, kept getting more and more involved though, sometimes making me feel a bit uncomfortable. Okay, right away, you're feeling uncomfortable, it's your baby, tell her to fuck off. Had to ask her a few times to stop touching my bump and she'd get sad. She'd joke about wanting to be there when the baby was born, how magical it is. It wasn't. Lots of questions. At some point she asked me if she could join me and my partner for a checkup because she really wanted to be a part of it. Okay, straight off I'm getting like, maybe she can't have a baby and that's why she's like this, but not okay behavior. Weird behavior. I said no and asked her kindly to take a bit of a step back. That her excitement was sweet but a bit too much for us. She did apologize though, was upset. I asked her why she wants to be involved so strongly. She didn't really give an answer. She said she loved me and the baby and that Jess got to be a part of this a lot more, which is true. And that's okay because that's your choice if you want Jess to be a part of it more. And maybe Jess isn't being a freak Bob. Eliza. After she went silent for a bit, but things went back to normal. The last weeks before my due date, she came around almost daily, but I didn't want to be ungrateful. Plus, I was bored at home. They all came often, which I appreciated loads. The day I went into labor, I was with my partner. I messaged Elijah that she didn't have to come. Jess said I'd tell her when we left for the hospital. In the group, something on the lines of, this is it, we'll keep you all posted. Eliza just showed up and apologized, saying she didn't see the messages. She asked to stay for a bit because of the long drive. She didn't see the messages. More like she saw the messages. She definitely saw the messages. I already have the advice. Knock this lady out. At some point we decided to go to the hospital though. Eliza said it was too early, could be true, she's a nurse, but I was feeling pain and anxious and really just wanted to be there. Here's where it got intense, I guess. She just kind of started acting like she was coming with us. My partner, bless her, told her we got it from here. Thanked her for all she did, but that she could go home now. Have I been saying Eliza this whole time? Or it was Eliza. Okay, so she's just saying a different name now. Elise replied something along the lines of, no trouble, she'd love to be there for us, and let's go. Still intent on coming with us. It wasn't even a question. Again, my partner now flat out told her that we'd prefer if she went home, but that we'll message the group to keep everyone posted. Eliza for some reason needed to hear from me, and I said the same thing. Oh, shut up. She's oh my. The partner's saying it, bro. Just shut up. She's clearly saying it after they've all been like, okay, what are you doing here? No one has to come. Like, oh my God. I said the same thing, that we got it from here, that I'll keep her posted, but she should go home. She didn't really move though. She just stood there tearing up while we grabbed her bags, chargers, and so on. Oh my God, bro. I should have checked, but at that point I couldn't deal anymore. I got into our car and waited for my partner. Eliza came to my window and was full on crying. She asked me to come with, that it was really important for her. If Jess could be with me, why not she, and so on. Because you're being like this, bro. Is it like just a jealousy thing? Because that's so embarrassing. I'll admit I didn't respond kindly. I was anxious and in pain, and it's no excuse, but I shouted at her to leave, to stop being weird, and that it's not about her, and so on. There were some swear words in there. My partner just drove off with me. I haven't heard from Eliza since 3 weeks ago. She hasn't come see the baby, she doesn't reply in the group chat, and our friends are saying she's incredibly upset with me, saying she can't forgive me. Oh my god. Oh my god. The classic manipulator tactic. She's upset with you, she can't forgive you? What did you do? Lady, back off. Even if you have a really sad reasoning, like if you can't have babies, you don't act like this. She said no. You're being so unfair to her. And if it's not that, then grow the fuck up and get out of here. I want to see no baby. None of us know why she's behaving this way. The other mom in the group said she was a bit like this when she was pregnant, but not close to the same way she was with me. I feel like she overstepped, but I also know I shouldn't have screamed at her like I did. Do I just apologize and try to restore the peace? Do I try to talk to her? Do I give her time to come to me? Sus. I'm exhausted and just want this to be resolved. Yeah, you have this be resolved by telling everyone exactly what happened, explaining it to them so they see that she's crazy. You can confront her, but you better not apologize. You better not. She is completely in the wrong. If everything you said is exactly what it is, then you did nothing wrong. You should have yelled at her. You told her to leave and she wouldn't leave and she started crying, trying to guilt trip you. It seems like she really has a problem, or she's trying to just be the center of attention. What do? You cut her off. Sorry, you don't need this stress right now. You had a baby. Pay attention to your baby, and if your friends don't agree with you, fuck them. Fuck them all. Cut them all off. Cut your partner off. That's just bizarre behavior. Yeah, thank you. My 25 female husband, 27 male, suddenly wants too much sex? So my husband and I met in college when I was 18 and he was 20. We got engaged after about a year and a half. I know, early. LMAO. You laughed your ass off? Where did it go? And since I was waiting for marriage, we had sex for the first time then, and we were both virgins. Despite all the bad stories people told me about waiting, it was actually great after some practice. Oh, so he was trash at first? That's embarrassing. We officially got married after graduation, so we've been together for about 8 years, married for 4, and our sex life has always been good. Pretty much every night. Damn! Pretty much every night, but I was told you could only do it every 3 months. But for the past 2 weeks, he suddenly wants it all the time, like 3+ times a day. And don't get me wrong, I love sex with him and I have a good sex drive too, but I do not have that kind of stamina or time. Last night he got upset when I said I wanted to sleep, and mind you guys, we already had sex 2 times earlier. When I jokingly asked what's with the libido increase, he just made some joke back and said it's usual. This is really out of character for him, that's why I'm surprised. He has never been an extremely sexual person like most men I know too. Do you guys know why this might be happening? He's never been an extremely sexual person. You're having sex every day. I'd say that's pretty sexual. Is this really something you gotta go to Reddit for? Look at me on my high little horse. I'm like, oh, you don't need to go for relationship advice on Reddit. You should just talk to your husband. I mean, she should just talk to her husband. But not everyone is perfect like me. Not everyone can like self-advise themselves like me because they're not a master advisor like I am. But I wouldn't be worried. Like if he was like upset, like mad, or just like kind of pouting, like, fine. What? You wanna have sex with me a 4th time today? At that point, he just needs to grow up. It's completely up to you. You just gotta tell him. I don't think he would be like, you stupid fucking bitch. I don't think he would do that. I feel like he would just be like, okay, he can just go take care of himself. What? If he wants it, cool, but you don't have to do it. And if he came out of nowhere and was like, here's an ultimatum, you have to do it with me whenever I want or else, like, then leave him. But it seems like so out of character. Maybe he's just extra horned up. He's a little doggy. He's excited. It'll probably die down. You should just communicate and tell him, like, chill. Hop off, bro. Tell him you're getting chafed. Ew. Communicate, you know? I get told no all the time. When I say upset, I don't mean like mad. He was just annoyed and disappointed. He didn't insist or anything. I will talk to him. I just want to know the potential reasons. Okay. The reasons are, well, that's good, but still that he was annoyed and disappointed, that's kind of like just as bad as being mad. Like, what do you mean you're disappointed? You won't let me penetrate? I'm so disappointed. You've been a bad girl. I'm done. Okay, guys, you're out of advice tokens, and I no longer can give my superior advice. A lot of my great advice was just leave.
No, get out of there.
What great advice I gave. I'm so good at this. Okay, that was a lot. It was fun, but also sad. What you gotta do in most of these situations is just communicate if you can. Sometimes the other person doesn't want to communicate, and that's their fucking problem. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, it was different, so if you did like it, I hope you would like it. And subscribe to me. Let me communicate something to you. Please subscribe. I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more of me, because I know you want to see that. I hope you have a great day.